Here are 3 lessons that I learned building a multi-million-dollar business at the age of 24. And these are just a couple lessons that I know that will bring a lot of value to you when you're starting your journey, or maybe you're currently trying to build your business to maybe multiple six figures a month. You want to make that 7-figure year mark. These are the biggest lessons that you need to watch right now, because I just kind of faced some. And also, just some things I learned along my journey. Running Mojo Media for 4 years, we have spent well over $20 million online through paid advertising. We've scaled our clients to 7 and even 8 figures. I've done 51 of those brands to 7 and 8 figures. And we generate over $75 million online. I think it might be 80 by now. And I'm only 24. So how did I do this, right? Let's get right into today's video. So number one lesson that I learned building this business is that you need to prove the concept yourself in the beginning. You don't need partners. You don't need a bunch of resources. You don't really need business funding if you're willing to put all the grit into it, because the more grit and work you put into it, the more of a proven concept it's going to be, the more automated it's going to be. When you bring partners, you're bringing more emotional baggage into your life. You don't need partners. Whoever told you need partners, you're only using partners for money and capital, and that shit dries out really, really quickly, because money is not the complete foundation of a business. A good offer is having predictable traffic, having a good fulfillment system, having good ecosystem, good customer service, all these different things, like hitting your numbers, having KPIs. That's what actually builds a business, and you can do that all on your own. I did it on my own, okay? Obviously, I have a team, but in the beginning, I proved that concept on my own. I built those skill sets on my own so that I can then delegate those and instill those in my team members, okay? So the first thing is, you don't need you don't need partners. You don't need these strategic partnerships, okay? As much as people want to tell you your network is your net worth, you need to prove that concept in the beginning, because no one fucking knows you. You don't have time for strategic partnerships when now you have to depend on someone else to build your business. You need to build your fucking business. You need to prove the concept, okay? Number 2 is legality, okay? If I didn't know much about law, I would probably have a lot of clients leaving, because you need to be holding your clients to a certain standard, a certain accountability. The legality part is very, very important. And it might be more than 3 lessons in this video, it might be 4 or 5, but having that legality is gonna help your retention rates. It's gonna set better expectations. It's going to have less headaches on the back end of the business. And having like sort of a paralegal plus a servicing attorney is gonna help you out huge, because now you can notarize stuff. You hold your clients at a standard of payment. There's less payments that are failing. There's also just less bullshit that's happening in the business, to where it's, causing headaches, it's causing a bad taste in your mouth, which I don't want you to be experiencing. So understanding contracts, termination agreements, payment notices, stuff like that, that's really gonna help your business out a ton. It's not to be the asshole, but it's to be that person who holds their business to a high standard. You want your clients to understand that this is the playing field they need to be playing on, and that's the name of the game. So there is number 2. Number 3 is, if you cannot find strategic ways to get new clients or get new leads or get new traffic, if you don't have a predictable way to grow your business, you're fucked. You need to be able to wake up every single morning and know that you have traffic, know that you have leads, know that you'll have booked calls. And that is the emotional clearance that you need to really run your business. If you can't find a predictable pipeline of leads every single day, you will forever depend on only organic. And when organic dries up, your business will dry up as well. So having a predictable way to find new clients, booked appointments, leads, whatever the case may be, even if it's through referrals, but there's only so many referrals that you can actually get. And then having paid traffic, having that offer that's irresistible on paid traffic is very, very huge. So maybe it's through a webinar, maybe it's through just a booked call sales page, a lead opt-in to a cold call, a lead opt-in to an email sequence to a booked call. Whatever that thing is, you need to be able to run traffic on Google, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, that will forever get you leads and clients. If you cannot do so, you will fall behind the curve. You will be losing money in the business. You won't be able to predictably grow the business by X amount in X amount of days. It's going to be very, very tough for you to do so. Okay, when you have more predictable traffic coming through the pipeline, you are at more of an ease, and you can focus on the bigger picture in your business. You're not so focused on where your next client's gonna come from. Now you're more focused on, how can we get more out of our buyers? How can we have better ascension? How can we upsell? How can we raise prices? How can we decrease our fulfillment costs? How can we, maybe speed up fulfillment? How can we bring more talent in? Those are different things you need to focus on in the business to obviously, move forward. And delegation, automation. A lot of the things that business owners do right now in their business is just straight bullshit. Like, people are fucking manually calling, no automated messages, no virtual assistants. Like, it's literally a shit show. I see so many businesses right now that don't make the money that they want, or are a bottleneck in their business because they just don't have the right automations in place. I don't fucking do any more work as much as I used to. I used to work 9 hours a day. Maybe I work 2. The rest of the time, I'm fucking recording videos, checking Slack a couple times, maybe having one client call. And those have to be like really top tier clients. But, I value my time more. I have to do more of the needle movers in my business. Okay. Number 4 is going to be having a foundation with spending money. And I know this is insane, but you have to be okay with spending money. Growing your social media accounts, posting content, having a filmer, having a videographer, having a video editor, graphic designer, all these things that you need to grow your social media following and have the right brand and messaging. You need to be willing to spend the money on it without guaranteed instant results in God knows how many months. I spent probably over $100,000 to $150,000 with videos, programs, editors, all this shit to build this name and awareness now. Okay, and I didn't make a penny of it for fucking 1.5 years. So you need to be willing to be okay with spending the money, and then also the arbitrage of the long-term game. If you're not willing to arbitrage the long-term vision, you're never gonna make money in business. You just literally won't. You'll always look for that short-term thing, that one funnel away, you're one ad away, you're one whatever away that it is, and you're never gonna get the results that you want. So that kind of dwindles in with patience. If you don't have the patience to let results come and be able to take 3 steps back to take 4 steps forward, you will always lose. You will never build a 7-figure business because you're always going to be looking for that instantly gratifying thing, which will then lead to shiny object syndrome, which will then lead to not the right allocation of time towards your business that you should be given. And then that will make your business suffer big time. And then number 5 is going to be dropping your ego to delegate things that you used to do. Okay. I used to think that I had to write every landing page, look at every single ad before it went out, talk to every single client, onboard every single client. I thought I had to do all that shit. And then I realized that people, they're here for me, but at the same time, they need to understand that the right business owners will understand that when I'm scaling, I'm building systems, I'm building a team, I'm doing all these things, I'm delegating. And those are the right clients that I need who understand that, right? People who are making $5,000 a month, they think that they're gonna be fucking working with me 24/7. Like, dude, I'm running a $500,000 a month business. I don't have fucking time to have all these people. I have 180 plus accounts. I can't be managing 180 clients. And people who don't understand that, they're freaking clueless because they are trying to put a money block on me. And it's like, dude, that's not how the world works, man. Like, I have employees I gotta pay for. I have an office. I have living expenses. I have marketing expenses. Like, dude, we spend a lot of money, man. Not all that is profit. So, understanding that is definitely huge. Like, being able to drop the ego of, hey, I need to do everything 100%. You need to be able to drop that off and give it to somebody who at least does it 80% as well. Because if it's at least done 80% as well, you'll be fine, right? Number 6 is the ability for you to not be, instantly gratified by, outside, by outside noise, right? And this is a huge thing because you're gonna be this business owner in a space and you're gonna have other people in that space as well. And some of them might be doing better than you, some of them might be doing less than you. And they're always trying to pitch you shit, try this, do that. Do not do all those things, okay? You need to focus on the one thing that makes you the least amount of money with the least amount of effort in your business and duplicate that 10 times and you'll make the money that you want. We get so distracted by trying the new thing, by testing this software out, by doing X, Y, and Z. And it's like, just learn from people who are doing better than you, steal what they're doing, and that's it. Not steal, but copy and reinvent, reverse engineer, whatever the case may be. It's not about just like, oh, I have to put my own spin on it. My brand's different. Like, dude, you're not Nike. You're not fucking Adidas. You need to be able to sit back and say, hey, this is my business model. This is my target market. How do I get to them correctly? How do I convert these people correctly? How do I speak to them correctly? And it's not always about trying out the new fucking thing. That's all bullshit. And then I would say number 7, just to kind of tie this all in, number 7 is about always sharpening your sword. And what I mean by that is always going to events, maybe hosting your own events. When you start making more money and you have maybe a good personal brand, you can start hosting more events, getting a big authority in your space, going to events, being that household name, and really starting to build a name for yourself, not just online, but obviously person to person, because those relationships will never go away. I cannot tell you how many times I've gotten clients from other people mentioning me because I've been to so many of X events and people just know who I am, and it's just like a household name. Like when you talk about ads, you talk about guys like, Billie Jean and, Gary Vee, and then you got, Chase Chappelle, you got, just some of my friends that I know in the space. And then you got me, and then you got maybe Mike Budentempo, you got other big advertisers in the space, and we are household names. A lot of people know who we are. We get clients on demand because we just simply spend a lot of money on awareness. We put ourselves out there. We did the groundwork, the foundation to prove our concept, and you need to do that as well. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video.